we are a really sensitive society right now too.
Oh my
You can't
gosh.
say, I mean, I would hate to be a comedian in these times.
I know because you've never gotten on stage. How do you feel that Val has been on stage performing and you haven't? Doesn't that irk you just a little bit? Country music, Division I football player, television star, and you can't get on stage and tell 5 minutes of jokes?
You know,
You'll
I gotta
never
tell
be
you,
where you want to be unless you do that. And for everyone that's out there, all the times where you've seen Ryan doing functions and shows, you like he was funny doing my function and show. It's because I wrote that shit for him. So don't you think that Ryan is out there creating shit? I wrote shit for him to go out and do what he does. So don't go get it twisted.
true story. I on my way to events, I text you and say, "Hey, you got any good material for this?" And sometimes you have delivered some real money ones.
When you need it. 2 minutes ago? Oh, cool. Let me just park and off on the side of the road here and crank some shit out for
My
my
whole
homie.
life revolves around writing a joke for an event you're pulling up to right now.
Do you promise not to take my Zoom show later? Can't promise that, but I will appreciate you giving me some jokes.
That's it. I actually, it is a hidden bucket list thing for me
You
to
got to do it
do
once.
a
If Will
comedy.
Smith can do it, you can do it.
Was he funny?
I mean, he had people like uh, Dave Chappelle, super hilarious Janelle James writing for him, so that helped. But I thought, Will Smith is just, like in some ways you got a lot of those skills. You're very charismatic and you're comfortable in front of people. And that's if you got those things with stand up, that's half the battle.
Right.
And
I'm from
If you
West
got if you got
Philadelphia.
a right, if you born and raised, if
Yes.
you got a really good joke to go a well-written joke, then that's what puts you over the top. But if you are likable and charismatic, you can for 5 minutes you can do it.
True an extent. I will say this: when you're really famous, people look at them and they want to, like Adam Sandler can get on stage and he can kind of say anything and everybody's going to laugh. Will Smith kind of has that too because everybody likes him and they're rooting for him and they really they admire him. So those really
But
famous comedians, don't you think they have a total advantage? Jerry Seinfeld, I
yeah,
watch
but
his
they
stand up.
also got charisma. Yeah, it wasn't his last one wasn't my favorite,
Mm-mm.
but I just feel like with stand up, it doesn't with stand even with movies and albums, just because Jay-Z has an album and then the next album isn't as good as the last one doesn't mean that this one is bad.
No, it doesn't. But I just think that you have that fan base, So it's like if I do a set in front of my Windy City Live audience, yeah, I'll kill it. But if I go to, the Laugh Factory for my first set and half the people don't know who I am, I'm really gonna have to earn those laughs.
Okay. Oh, so you got a problem with earning laughs? That's your problem now? You
I'm
want to
just saying there's
coast?
not as many
You want to
handouts.
coast? You just slipped in white privilege right there. Whoa, I got to earn this? Whoa,
That's
what
Spain
the fuck?
privilege.
You, you want me to earn these laughs? Ooh, whoa, you are stressing out our friendship.
I
How
wasn't saying
about
I
we
wasn't
just,
saying it's a bad
how
thing. I was
about,
just saying it's a fact.
how about we just have a show and when I perform, you don't tell anyone and just go up. How about that? How about that for earning your laughs?
How about we got to work
You
on the
don't
set?
tell.
I used to keep in my phone, and I don't even know if it's still in there. When I used to think of something funny, I would, you probably do that too, but this is what you do for a living. I'll put it in my notes, and I'm like, oh, if I ever do a set, I'm gonna use that. And
everyone,
so I got to
everyone
find
should.
that folder. It might be back on my Motorola flip phone, but
Even if you don't perform, it's very therapeutic just to write.
it is. That's what I use music for, right? I wrote a
Right.
song about this whole pandemic and just how I hope it really changes the minds of people and going back to being kindness and some gratitude. I really hope it, but
Yeah.
already we're seeing the political fighting and
But